Yo, what's going on? Today, guys, we're going to be sending 8 total cards to DcSports to do a co-assignment on eBay. And if you don't know what that is, I'll explain it a little bit later on the video. But we're sending 8 cards that we picked up from the Dallas card show, this last Dallas card show in May, beginning of May. And we sent these cards last week, and they're just finishing up. So what you'll see here, we'll finish it up here in a couple of days whenever those cards get paid for and everything. We'll see everything. But before we get into everything, make sure you like, comment, subscribe on this video. Let me know if you like this type of content and if you have any questions in the comments below. But basically, if you don't know what DcSports is, they take your cards and they list them on eBay for free of charge. There is a fee if you're listing. It's like their express level, which is a more expensive cards, and if you want them, get them listed as soon as they get there. But basically, all you gotta do is send it to them. I should have made a video of me like packaging it up and like explaining everything, but if you're interested in that, let me know down in the comments. But basically, you send it off to them, and basically they list the cards for free. They take pictures and everything, and basically it's an auction site. It's a 5-day auction, which you send it off to them. They have more eyes. They're one of the top. I want to say they're either the top or one of the best co-assignments on eBay, because they get more eyes and everything, and more people pay attention to their sites. A lot of people like to buy in bulk on there, so they'll buy more on there, so they save on shipping or whatever. But I personally like it. I've had good experiences with them in the past. But besides that, what we're trying to do is make a profit. I'll show you these 8 cards that we got in a second, but what we're trying to do is trying to make a profit. And usually I look for these kind of like not niche, but good looking cards, or just top names like Shohei or anybody that will sell well, or sets that people enjoy, that or sets that people will go after and likely do good on auction. I usually go for like cards that are rare, haven't sold in a while, or that I think will just do good on auction, or just take a risk. So basically, we're going to show you those 8 cards, and we'll see, explain to y'all why I got them with each individual card, and explain the process down the road. So I'm gonna show you all those cards right now, and then after that, we're gonna go see how much we got from there, and the fees and everything. As you see here, we picked up an out of 5 red foil Cavaliers team card. And as I picked up this card, they were 1 win away from the Eastern Conference Finals, so I decided to pick that up. And here we got a 97 or 96 Topps Chrome Michael Jordan that we picked up in a multi-card lot. And next card we got is the Shohei Ohtani on fire die cut from Topps Fire, I want to say. And we picked that one up because Shohei always does good on auction. And it's Ben Rice I picked up along with the MJ. Nice looking card, hot player for the Yankees, so decided to send it off to auction. And then here, these next 2 cards are out of Photogenic. We got a LeBron Silver out of 99. These are very nice cards. And I didn't realize Photogenic had thick cards, and these cards are very nice and a very good picture of LeBron. And you see here we got I want to believe his parallel is called Maze out of 25 Stephen Curry. Figured these will do good just because of the names of Curry and LeBron. And next up, we got an out of 250 Shohei Ohtani out of Topps Finest. And after this one, we'll go see how we did on the cards. And so we're back after all the auctions ended and everything got paid for. And we're gonna go take a look at them. There's a couple that surprised me, and a couple that kind of disappointed me. I thought they were gonna go for more, but we're gonna go take a look at those. And after that, we'll do a recap after we look through all the cards. All right, so the first card we got here is the 2025 Cleveland Cavaliers team card. It's out of 5. We paid $40 for it. This one surprised me. It only sold for $22.50. So after fees and everything, we netted out negative $23.54. See, this one surprised me because at this time the Cavs were 1 win away from the Eastern Conference Finals, and I was confident that they were going to make it and stuff. So I picked up this card, sent it off to DC, because by the time they listed and everything, and the auction ended, the conference finals would already be going on, and they got swept by the Knicks. So,
oh brother, this guy stinks.
That didn't help. I thought the Cavs were going to make it at least competitive. If they would have taken it to like a game 6 or something, I feel like this card would have went for at least what I paid for it. But very surprised I ended this low. But mainly because I feel like it hurt that their poor effort in the conference finals. So not a good look there. But let's move on to the next card. All right, so next card we got here is a 1997-98 Topps Chrome Michael Jordan. I hardly pick up these Topps Chrome cards, but we decided, or like the older ones, but decided to take a chance on this one. We paid $45 for this one. It sold for $58, so the fees came out to $9.53, and we netted out a total of $3.47. Like I said, I hardly go after like these old Topps Chrome, especially basketball. I usually do baseball. I like the refractors and stuff, like the old 90s refractors because I know they'll sell well and they're just very nice. But this one actually sold well. This didn't sold as much as I wanted to, but it was going around for comp, so any profit we could take is a profit we'll take. So that definitely gets the ball rolling, and hopefully we see couple more profits here coming up. All right, so next up we got this 2022 Topps Fire Shohei Ohtani, and it's weird. This card says On Fire on the insert, but it's actually En Fuego, like the insert set name. But we paid $20 for this. It sold for $37, and the fees came out to $6.80. So we net out a total of $10.20. This one, comps were around it. Some comps are going around 20, and there's some higher comps. But it's a Shohei card, and I decided to send cards like these to DC because mainly because of eye appeal. It's a cool looking insert of Shohei Ohtani, and like I feel like any of the Topps Fire is one of the sets I feel like they really should bring back. It's a really nice set that they should have kept going, but like I said, it's a very nice eye appeal card, a very good auction card. These more cards I should have aimed towards like this in this submission to DC, but like I said, Shohei Ohtani, if it looks good, people will pay for it. So like I said, there's comps at 20, but there's also high comps also. So I actually think this is one of the higher comps for this card, so we did pretty good on this one. So let's move on to the next one. All right, so next up we got this 2024 Bowman Chrome Ben Rice Mojo. We paid $20 for it, only sold for $16.50, so the fees came out to $4, and we netted around negative $8.46. This card surprised me a little bit, but at the same time, I kind of expected it because it's a Mojo. It's not really one of like the desirable ones, and Ben Rice was going off at the time. I don't know if he slowed down a little bit, but he was really having a nice, like the comps of this card were around 20 to 25, so I was expecting to break even, but at least push that $25 comp, but we didn't get there. I want to say he slowed down, so I only sold for $16, so the fees took out majority, so we took a loss on that one. But like I said, we learn from these ones, learn what to submit. So hopefully this next card to do good on, and I think from here on out, no, we got one more, and then we'll see like our big profits. So next up we got this 2023 Photogenic LeBron James foil out of 99. I really like this card. It's a good picture, and especially the Spurs background or the Spurs stadium in the background is pretty cool to me because I'm a Spurs fan. But we paid $100 for this. It sold for $134.50. The fees came out to $19, so we netted out a total of $15.03. This is another eye appeal card. It's a very nice card. Very photogenic is like Stadium Club for baseball, which is basically just nice photographs. So it's a very nice, cool picture of LeBron, and the foil, the rainbow foil, is very nice. I feel like it's one of the more like, it's kind of like a refractor for the paper cards and stuff. Like I like the foils compared to like other like glitter and stuff like that for paper products. But out of 99, good looking card, little LeBron, the GOAT. I think he's a GOAT, but I think Wemby's coming for that spot. But only paid $100 for this, and we came out on top, and not surprised, it's just LeBron. So pretty nice picture, and this is the stuff, like I said, with the Shohei, this is the stuff I try to aim for to send to DC, and just basically get the eye appeal cards that people would want and players that people want. Let's move on to this next card. This next one's a Stephen Curry from the same set. This one kind of surprised me a little bit. We got a 2022 Photogenic Stephen Curry Maze Parallel, I want to say it's called. Out of 25, we paid $100 for this. We got this with the LeBron, and it only sold for $93, and so the fees took out $14. So we net out a total of negative $21.08. Like I said, this one surprised me just because it's Curry, but I want to say it's just not the desirable parallel. The Maze, it's not. I don't really like it. It's my first time seeing it. It's my first time picking it up, but it was very low numbered, and it had a lot of attention to it. It had like a lot of people that are following the card, and I thought it was gonna do better, at least break over $100. But like I said, we only sold for 93. Very surprised me, but I feel like this is one of the cards that you hold on to till Curry retires. I feel like in the market it's kind of weird right now. Like because the Warriors are just kind of like right now. So I feel like once he gets towards like the retirement, people will start to be like, oh, like yeah, he was like one of the greatest shooters of all time. I think he's gonna pick up. His market's very weird right now, like I said, and I'm very surprised that this one went low. But I want to say, like, compared to LeBron, the foil, I would rather have the foil than this Maze Parallel. I don't really like this Maze Parallel, but out of 25, I thought I was gonna do better than it was, but take a loss. But very surprised me. But next one, we got another Shohei coming up, so let's see how that one did. All right, now we got a 2025 finest Shohei Ohtani Sky Blue out of 250, and we paid $120 for this one, and it sold for $165.26, so big turnout there. fees came out to $23. So we netted out a total of $21.79. See, if anyone's gone to the Dallas card show before, they know like most of the data sucks in the area. And I bought a couple more cards from this guy, and I think he had this Shohei sticker at 125, but my comps weren't loading. I think it loaded once, but all the other cards I got for him were very close to comps, so I decided just to pick up the Shohei, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you pick up the right, especially Shohei, like I'll take a chance on Shohei 100% time, because I was pretty confident even if I sent it off to DC or sold it, I was gonna at least break even though I couldn't look at comps, which sucks about Dallas. Like I said, if you ever been there, but sold for 165. Doesn't surprise me. Shohei Ohtani, the blue, it's kind of a color match. There's a darker blue parallel with that. It's more of a color match, but sweet looking card. Doesn't surprise me that Shohei did this good. But like I said, this is our biggest profit or turnout from a card in a submission, and that's all the cards that we submitted. And after this, I'm gonna go into some notes and what I think we could do better on future DC submissions. Sorry, I forgot about the summary, but we spent a total of $445. We sold a total of $526.76, but fees after fees, the $84 fees, we netted out $2.59. As y'all see from the summary of this, we broke negative. We $2.59. So, but I feel like there's a bunch of important notes that we could take from this, and I could work on better, like what cards to send to DC and which ones work. Especially if you notice, all the ones that we profited on were GOATs, or considered GOATs of their thing. The Jordan, the Shohei, LeBron. I think that's only on the 3 cards, or we had 2 Shoheis and LeBron and Jordan. So those are the only cards we profited on. So I feel like what I could work on sending these, and then that's what I give to y'all as a tip, is send the GOATs, eye appeal cards that people want, players that people want. Because like I said, that Ben Rice Mojo probably would have been doing off better if I just did a buy now on my eBay. The Cavaliers team card, I could have waited. That's one of those niche cards that you have to find the right collector for that. Those team cards are very more desirable for a like actual collector of that that team, that PC, that team. So like I said, I just need to be more selective, careful what I send and what I feel like would do better on auction. But like I said, from this main takeaway I could take from this submission is just send in the GOATs. It doesn't, like Shohei, LeBron, Jordan, Tiger Woods. Like, I never submit Tiger Woods, but those cards I've seen that have done good for other people. But like I said, we learned. Took a loss here, but there's other videos that I want to come out in the future and that we profit on. And like I said, it's all a learning experience. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Leave it in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.